One. Alright. Hey guys, J19 brought to you another video, and yes, I am doing a live stream, but it's mostly just a discussion. I do have another friend of mine. We're both under the weather, so if I sound like crap, he sounds like crap, we apologize in advance. But anyways, update for me, if you guys like this type of content of us talking about games, we're thinking about doing it once a week. We'll talk about gaming news that we have come across. Like today's video is going to be about my thoughts on Halo Infinite, the overall campaign trailer they released. We're going to talk about state of play, what I expect for the games to be there, etc. With that out of the way, you guys new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay notified when I go live or upload my next video. And as we push for 250 subscriber milestone goal, if you guys like to see me reach that, feel free to throw me some love and support. As always, thank you guys for being patient while I work through my sickness. And alright, now on to today's topic. We'll get my health situation out of the way. I feel a little better. I'm still a little fatigued. As you guys can tell, I feel a little I sound a little but I'm improving in the right direction, I think. Wednesday, I hope I will be back for normal streaming schedule. We'll do Tales of Arise for like an hour or so, and then we'll do more Final Fantasy VII Remake, Integrate. Hopefully get through chapters 4 through 6. No promises there, since I'll probably still be a little under the weather, so I'm not going to try to push myself too hard. But with that, hopefully by Wednesday I'll feel a lot better. We'll get back to the normal streams. And then with that, we get started. Z, I don't know if you watched the Halo Infinite overall campaign trailer they just released earlier today. But I watched it, and it looks a lot better than last year's showcase of Halo Infinite, for sure. They've been busting their butts. It looks a lot better. Polish-wise, they still have another, another month or so to tweak it a little bit. I think there's some areas they can make it a little bit better, but it looks way better than it did back in July of last year, for sure. The story's interesting. The story is interesting. They're trying to find out what happened to Cortana. He meets up a new AI called Weapon, and she seems pretty cool. Master Chief, like always, kicking butt, taking names. The enemy variety they have, like new enemies, they look cool. Some updates on the original enemies, I think they look cool. It looks like it's gonna be a fun game. If those of you that got Game Pass on PC or Xbox, it looks good. I heard pretty good things for the beta that people played. A lot of people were excited, having fun. So it looks like Halo might be back, but we shall see when the reviews come out and how people feel about the story overall. But I like it. I think it looks interesting. If I had an Xbox, I'd probably be picking it up, but I had PS5, so.
I have not seen the full trailer itself. I have seen a 16-second clip of it, and it looked pretty good so far. Definitely better than how it started off. Master Chief, at least the suit for Master Chief, literally looked like an action figure in the very first trailer because of how shiny it was.
Yeah.
Now they actually added detail to the suit itself.
Yeah, and if you guys want to join my Discord, I did post the comparison between July showcase of like the guy with Master Chef. They did like a side-by-side like comparison of the difference. And you can tell the difference. Like they've been working on it. They understood the fans' feedback. Everybody was pissed off about how it looked back in July, and they're 343. You know, they're not super great on Halo games. I know 4 and 5 has some mixed results, but they are looking to try to get Halo back on track. And so far, the feedback I've been hearing, and like Z said, it's looking better. People are excited for it, and I wish all 343 the best, and knowing that they have a lot of shoes to fill. Bungie left Halo at the top of this game, and 343's been having a hard time keeping that level. But hopefully Halo Infinite can get kind of close back up to what it was. And yeah, that's our thoughts on Halo Infinite. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Halo Infinite, if you guys saw the trailer. If not, just look up, it's called a campaign overview. It's posted by Xbox themselves on YouTube. And you can watch the 4K version of that trailer. It's roughly about 6-7 minutes long. So yeah.
You remember the memes of the entire game last time? From
Oh
the last
yeah,
trailer?
poor Craig. Poor Craig. Yeah, the Craig memes are going off the rails.
Anyways, the seasonal allergies hit us like a...
Yeah, it hit us hard. I think just a change of season. Like, my room got a little chilly, so I had my heater on, but my mouth and stuff gets dry, and I think that's when I got sick. Season change always happens. I will probably get sick again in the wintertime. I always do. Like, 2-3 times a year, I'm sick. So, you guys just keep that in mind.
It's
if
only
I
when
have
I'm
to,
hot.
yeah. I might, like, if I get sick, I might not be doing content for like 2 or 3 weeks. It's just how I get. It sucks.
I've been legit feeling like garbage for the past 2 weeks.
No, yeah. Now we move on to the main event, the juicy, the meat of this stream. The PlayStation State event. State of Play, not State event.
State of event.
Yeah, State of event, State of Play. It's not going to be a 40-minute...
Okay.
It's not going to be a 40-minute showcase like they had the PlayStation 5 showcase, last month. A lot of people were excited about Wolverine, Spider-Man 3, all the big game names they had. But this one is focused on partners around the world, but they emphasize third parties. Sony wants to showcase third-party games, titles that they have already been announced. They're going to have updates for those and new announcements for third parties. That includes Capcom, Square Enix, and all kinds of stuff that Sony has partnered up with. So, with that said...
Square Enix was still, like, Marvel. There's still some more Marvel stuff for State of Play. Everyone's going to be mad.
The Marvel's game, the Guardians of the Galaxy, that's already out, so you don't have to worry about that. Deathloop, we don't have to worry about Deathloop. Thank you. There's too many Deathloops lately. I'm glad that game's out. Everybody's played it. I didn't really care for it. I didn't want to try it out. Of course, money's tight. But this State of Play. Before State of Play got announced, Sony on their PlayStation blog website, they created some pages. And a few games that got on there was Golem, Gotham Knights, Tsushima, and then the big name that everybody's talking about all around the internet is Final Fantasy 16's page was created by Sony. There's not a whole lot on there right now, but they just created those pages, and Sony's like, hey y'all, October 27th at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys know your time zones, feel free to convert those to your time zone. But he said, hey y'all, we got a State of Play. About 20 minutes or so long, focusing on third parties. And I feel like Final Fantasy 16 is going to be the big hit for this State of Play. Square Enix, Creative Business Unit 3, they have stated that they got everything done. They got to do, I think they're finishing off like the final side quests, which ain't going to take very long. They can probably get that done in like a month or two, depends how close they were. And they got a little bit of polishing to do, just a little bit more. So the game's about 99. It's about 99%
Did you know
done.
Final Fantasy 16 is being compared to Devil May Cry 5? I mean, it's the same people on Devil May Cry 5 that's working on Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, the battle designer from Capcom got hired by Creative Business Unit 3. Said, hey, you might work on the combat? He's like, sure. So he's been working on it for almost a year now, over a year now. So, and what I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing, skill trees, it's going to be to the player's liking. Like, they can have skills based on their playstyle. Like, let's say they want Clive to be a magical base or damage base, anything like that. It's going to be in-depth, which I like. I like skill trees, learn different skills. Like Tales of Arise, that's got a lot of skills. I'm looking at those, it's like, which one do I want? So, for something like that, or even better, my goodness. Of course, as I said, side quests. We're gonna have side quests in Final Fantasy 16. We all knew side quests.
Side quests in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, there's no such thing. Don't forget about chasing down the 3 cats in Final Fantasy VII Remake. That didn't exist.
Oh yeah. And Final Fantasy 15, where you have to go chase after those dog tags.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, I think we're gonna see Final Fantasy 16. It could probably be just a trailer. I don't think Square Enix is gonna have majority of state of play to showcase it. I think they're gonna have a trailer if Sony wants to start marketing it, because it's close to being done, and Sony knows. If Sony say, "Hey, you know what? This is one of the most anticipated games of 2022," they know that, so they want to start marketing that. And Square Enix is just about done with it, so perfect timing. So I do expect Final Fantasy 16. If it somehow doesn't show up, I do expect it to show up shortly, because they're almost done with it. They want to start marketing it, because without that, they got what? Forspoken. They got Guardians of the Galaxy that just came out, so Marvel. So whatever.
Didn't they say that they'll show like a trailer once it's close to being finished?
They said the next time we see it it's like Yoshi P said. He said next time you see it, it's gonna make you want it now, and he's basically gonna say, "Here you go, here's your game." So it's gonna release within a good time period. It's not gonna be, oh, here's the game, here's the release date for late 2022. It's gonna be early to mid 2022 when the game comes out. They might even have a demo.
My favorite state of play was honestly the one in 2019 where they showed the remake after so many years.
Yeah, and everybody's lid blew up. No, you know what really done it is when they first start up the state of play, they always play a little symbol in this background. It showcases what games they're going to showcase at the end. And it had a little Final Fantasy 7 cursor sound, and everybody just went nuts.
Yep.
I heard it. I was like, what? No way. And sure enough, it was.
You remember whenever Maximilian Dude was watching it? I don't know if you've seen his stream or not, but during the state of play, they started off with the PlayStation blue screen or something, or the little lights on the PlayStation 4, and whenever it turned from orange to blue,
yeah,
the Final Fantasy 7 cursor sound came on, and he was like, "No effing way."
Right, yeah, I remember that one. That was good. Good stuff. Now, let's get back to it. I think we're gonna see Pi Golem again. Gotham Knights, we haven't seen anything for a while. They might have another trailer for it. Update on that. Capcom. This is a big one. People don't talk about Capcom enough. But I think Capcom's got a game. They're gonna say, you know what? Sony's having a state of play, and I'm pretty sure they want us to start showcasing another game of ours that we've been working on. I think it's going to be either probably Metal. They might showcase another trailer for it, just give a little update about how it's doing, or it's going to be one of the so-called Resident Evil games that people have been rumoring about lately. Not Resident Evil 9. That's too early. That's going to be probably a year or so down the road, at least. Because RE8 just came out this year. I'm hearing Resident Evil 4 Remake, which could be a few months out before they start reviewing that, but they could show off a teaser in this one.
Didn't I just mention that in Discord?
Yes, you did. Another one that a lot of people have been hearing rumors about that Capcom might. There's a Resident Evil Revelations 3, or they could be showcase another fan favorite, Code Veronica X remake for Resident Evil. They could showcase any of those. Possibilities are endless for Capcom. Tsushima, they'll probably have another trailer for Tsushima, and then that's a third party, by the way. That's a third party game.
Did you ever hear about the rumor that they're going to remake Final Fantasy IX?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of that. That, you know what? That could be teased. Who knows? Because remember back, Square Enix is having another studio they would partner with, and they're going to make a whole bunch of remakes of old classic titles. Remember that? I forgot the name of that studio. But I think Final Fantasy IX is not being made by any creative business units, but Square Enix as a whole. Like, Kitase is now the lead. He's the leader. He's the leader of the department of the Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy department now, so he can actually oversee Final Fantasy IX and make sure that's going to go according to plan. So we could see a teaser for Final Fantasy IX. Who knows? But I think Final Fantasy 16 is definitely a good chance of being at the state of play, in my honest opinion.
This may be my biased review or my biased view, but I personally think that Final Fantasy IX Remake, if it happens, they shouldn't go like realism like they did with Remake. They should go more like with the City NT style.
Yeah. Like, just remake it, but into like an art style that fits that world.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think Zidane, or whatever his name is, a monkey?
Zidane,
I don't think he would look good in like a realistic monkey look.
No.
Like Planet of the Apes.
Don't remind me of that.
Yeah. It's not going to be like that. I don't think so, guys.
I'm sick just thinking about that.
Right. So that's my idea what they can show off, so.
Oh my fucking goodness.
What's wrong?
I just seen a very cursed tweet on Twitter.
Oh boy. That's gotta be fun.
I'm gonna send it to you on Discord.
Oh boy.
Nah, I think this way would be on my PlayStation app.
Let's see, we're gonna fight. I want to make the stream a little bit more fun. I'm gonna do a hunt in the background. We're doing some talking about games and whatnot.
There you go.
Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Oh no.
You do not know that they edited his top for Sora's bottom, and it was hilarious. That's what the inspiration was.
No.
That is the most cursed thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. That's not fun. Hey, welcome to the stream, guys.
Shoes?
Welcome to the stream, guys. We was just talking about State of Play. Feel free to chime in if you guys want to talk about State of Play or what you expect to see. They're going to do partners around the world, and majority of it's going to be third-party titles. Either updates on current ones or reviews of new ones. So feel free to chime in on that. What you guys think of Halo Infinite, the overview campaign. Let me know in the comments below about that too.
I personally believe they're gonna show GTA 6's state of play. Said no one ever.
Oh yeah, I believe GTA 6. Oh.
GTA, what do you think of GTA Trilogy Edition?
No, I'll say this. I'm not going to sound like the bad guy here. I know what Rockstar is trying to do. They're trying to bring back the classics. I like 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. San Andreas is my favorite of all time. I used to play that nonstop on the PS2. A lot. I spent hundreds of hours on that game. But I played GTA 4. It was alright, but then I kind of lost interest in GTA overall. But to go back to the trilogy, the 3, Vice City, and San Andreas remaster, don't get me wrong, they look a lot better. Like, visual-wise, texture-wise, they update it quite a bit. They're gonna have like the controls of like GTA 5, so they updated the controls of those 3 games. They copy and pasted with GTA 5 controls, so that's gonna be interesting. Am I gonna be the type of person to go, "Oh man, it's a game, it's something I want to get"? No. It's $60 for all 3, and a lot of people are kind of like, about the price. So yeah, I mean, it's cool that they done that, but you know what? I don't think they needed to do that. Those games are a little bit harder to get to. You know, of course they ported them over and they look crap. Like people said, when they ported them over to like PC or whatever, it didn't look good at all. So I understand why they done it, but I still think that they could have used that time and effort for something else, in my opinion.
Like GTA 6?
Yeah, like, start preparing for GTA 6, unless they want to milk GTA 5 for the next 25 years. I mean...
GTA 5 or the PS 95 or whatever. By the time the PlayStation 95 is out, you and I both will be dead.
Yeah, we're gonna be way dead. And believe it or not, I don't know how many people know this, but did you know that Sony they have a trademark the PlayStation brand up to PlayStation 10?
Really?
Yeah. So right now they're trademarked to do at least PlayStation 10.
Wow.
Which I think is cool, but man, I can't even fathom when the PlayStation 10 is gonna look like.
I could already have the images in my head for what it will look like.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Remember whenever people thought that the prototype version of the PlayStation 5 was the actual PlayStation 5 design itself, the dev kit?
Yeah, at first I thought maybe something similar, but then you realize, like, you know what? Dev kits are always weird looking compared to real thing.
The Xbox looks like a refrigerator, while the PlayStation 5 looks like a rotor.
Oh yeah. Oh no, he just threw a tree at me. I'm stunned. Oh boy.
I'm not dying at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is it's a pretty simple stream. I mean, we talked about the Halo Infinite, we talked about the state of play. So your ideas for state of play, do you think Final Fantasy 16 is going to be shown off, or do you think that's kind of like Sony's just waiting for Square Enix to say it's okay? So
I personally think that's not going to show up.
You don't think it will?
Lower, like, no. I don't think that's going to. I always lower my expectations down, so whenever something actually happens that's exciting, then I'm actually surprised instead of just disappointed. Even though I'm usually disappointed anyways.
Yeah, I've been burnt before, like, because they talked about third parties, like, there's going to be, like, third-party updates, and I said, okay. And that one state of play, but ended up just being, like, a director's cut for Death Stranding, and, of course, that's when Deathloop was getting, like, 10 minutes of, like, showcasing. I was like, oh. That was on me, though. I expected too much for when they said, hey, don't get too excited. We're just going to be showcasing a couple of things from, you know, a couple of third-party games, and then they're going to be mostly showcasing Deathloop. And Deathloop being the headliner, there's no way to just let, like, Final Fantasy 16, you know, overshadow it. That was on me. That was my fault. But I just think that with them, the way they're saying, like, third parties, and they got the Final Fantasy 16 page, it just, in my opinion, I think it's going to happen. Is it like a guaranteed 1,000% it's going to happen? No. But I'm leaning towards like 70-30, 60-40-ish.
You heard it here, folks. If Final Fantasy 16 doesn't happen, that's State of Play, it's Justin's fault.
Yeah. It's all my fault. Yeah, you blame on me.
They're gonna burn your house down, man.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
Yeah, luck for me. Bam, I'm messing up the moose.
Why you messing up? And that sounds kind of fucked up.
Bam, there goes the moose. The moose has landed. The moose has landed. The moose has been destroyed.
I have been having really bad coughing fits. It sucks.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
Oh, I thought you was like, you can hear me because I have been trying to cover the microphone so you couldn't.
Right, yeah, and I appreciate that. I know sometimes you can't help it, like, it just comes out, but...
It really sucks.
And, what other gaming news has come out? Yeah. Not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of gaming news this week, I mean... Like, sure, House of Ashes did come out, and the reviews and stuff, but I didn't really pay attention to that. Because I still gotta play Man and Meeting, so I'm not gonna, like, spoil myself for, like, the other story bits they added. But yeah, Metroid Dread is out. People are really liking that game. Heard a lot of good stuff about that for the Switch. Oh yeah, another thing I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, but like myself included, I gotta keep it under wraps. I do not think Capcom is ready to showcase another console Monster Hunter yet. So like Monster Hunter 6 for like the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. I don't think they're ready to showcase that yet. Probably another year or so.
I tried Monster Hunter personally. It's not my kind of game.
I know you don't really care for it. It's not for everybody for sure.
I mean, I like the design of the game. The design of the game is great. It's just, I'm not. How do I say this? It really takes a game that I've known for a long time and loved for me to remain fully focused on it.
Right. Anyways, guys, that's probably going to be it for our stream. I know it's kind of short. We don't want to just go on and on about absolutely nothing. This stream is focused on the Halo Infinite, some updates about my health, about what I want to do for. Definitely on stream for Wednesday. If I'm a little sick, I might try to push through it, but I don't want to overdo it, so it won't be like a huge double stream. If I do, it's going to be Tales of Rise for like an hour, then switch over to Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate for the other like hour or two. Don't want to push myself too hard. I just want to do this video for talk about my thoughts on the state of play. Feel free to comment down below, and feel free to share my video and let other people see it and help my channel grow. I appreciate it. Halo Infinite looks good. State of play looks fantastic so far. As far as my prediction, I can't wait for Wednesday to see what they have to offer, and that is at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to check it out. I'm gonna check it out if I can. That's usually around supper time for me, so I might be in the middle of supper, so I might check it out afterwards. But I'm really curious of what they're gonna show. Hopefully Final Fantasy 16, 70-30, 60-40 on that. And so yeah, let me know in the comments below about every subject we talked about. And
I will also be there. I'll try to battle through this crap. I have antibiotics, so I should be fine. If not, oh well, then death is acceptable as well.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're both gonna try to get feeling better. I thank you guys for stopping by. If you're watching this at a later date, thank you for the love and support as always. You guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. Catch you all in the next video. I have links in the description below for my Twitch, Twitter. Feel free to give me a follow. Discord, feel free to join. We can talk about the topics at hand and have a good time. So with that said, just be safe out there. Be nice to each other. God bless you. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video.